Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Selamat pagi and sawadikap. So basically my presentation will be sharing BSI's experience in auditing independent smallholders, and as you are aware, we have conducted 4 audits with 4 different groups in Thailand recently, and now they have been certified. My presentation content will cover reference documents used for the assessment, issues related to the membership, certification unit and certified palm products, assessment process, challenges in getting oil extraction rate for the independent smallholders, document audit, interview with farmers, group structure, ICS or internal control system, how it was organized, challenges for the farmers, and step forward. The reference document used for the assessment was RSPO, Principle and Criteria for Independent Smallholders under group certification, and our reference was Thailand National Interpretation. We also made some reference to the RSPO PNC generic guidance for the independent smallholder under group certification. Other than that, we also use RSPO standard for group certification, which covers the auditing of a group manager, its group documents, internal control system, how the group structure works, and how the supply chain elements are monitored by the group manager. Other than that, RSPO certification system for the CVs as a reference, element from the supply chain certification system related to the traceability of the FFB produced and sold by the individual farmers, and how the documents kept by the group manager. The issues related to RSPO membership was the independent smallholders group or the group manager need to be a RSPO member to be certified. So they have to apply for become a RSPO member, and this was difficult to convince the group members that they need to be a RSPO member in order to audit. We have made a few communication with RSPO Secretariat, and we were strictly told that if we are not a RSPO member, we can't do the audit. So and finally, we have convinced the group manager to apply for the membership. However, it took some time because we need to go through the stakeholder consultation of 30 days, and it takes about 4 to 5 weeks for the approval. And in the meantime, we have did some document review and so on with the group. Financing of the membership was through the contribution from the group members. This was highlighted to us when we were asking how they're going to manage their membership fee for the RSPO membership. Certification unit and certified palm product. Well, for big plantation and palm oil mills, the certification unit is a palm oil mill and the supply base. However, for the independent smallholders, the certification unit is a group manager. And sometimes the group manager can be a group management committee, and the committee is elected farmers, individual farmers, and the condition is they must be a farmer to become the member of the management committee. And the FFB produced by the group members is certified. However, for the sales and trading of the certified sustainable palm oil, the FFB is converted to CSPO, certified sustainable palm oil, and certified sustainable palm kernel tonnages. So the conversion rate or oil extraction rate was required for us to complete the documentation of the assessment. The assessment process was very much similar to big plantation and palm oil mills, whereby we do a public stakeholder notification on the RSPO website as well as BSI's website. However, we noticed that independent smallholders do not have a website, and they have managed to put the stakeholder notification on their local notice board, informing the stakeholders that there will be a certification audit of the individual groups. Document review was conducted prior to the assessment. In Thailand's case, most of the documents are in local language, so translation was required to translate into the English version for us to understand what is the detail of the documents. Sample of the group members was assessed. A full data of the group and group members required prior to the on-site assessment for us to do the desktop review and sampling of the farmers for the audit. During the on-site assessment of the group manager, internal control system, group structure and group members was conducted. This was conducted through field visit, document review of the farm records and the internal control system, and we also conducted stakeholder consultation which are relevant to the independent smallholders. Local auditors and translators for the foreign auditors were used. We noticed that most of the documents are in local language, so we have full-time auditors from BSI in Thailand. We hired for the assessment, and we also use translated from our own BSI staffs who can translate during the assessment and interview with the stakeholders and farmers. Logistics was arranged on our own. Compared to big plantation and palm oil mill, most of the logistics is taken care by the companies. And here we have organized on our own, and timekeeping was very challenging due to the distribution of plots and is scattered around the palm oil mill. So we face a little bit of difficulty in getting the accurate oil extraction rate for the independent smallholders. Group members, they had some documents to show that OER given by the mill. However, generally, the OER given by the mill is lower than their actual OER at the mill. We did not have a full access to the mill information because mill is not in our scope and we can't access to the full information. However, we took a stakeholder consultation as a way to get the information from the mill marketing representative who have shared some of the information but very limited information on the OER. But however, we also noticed that the OER given to this group of farmers is slightly higher than the farmers not inside this group. A national OER reference was required to compare the OER given by the mill and the national OER for the country. However, it was difficult to get a reliable national OER information. We took initiative to write to stakeholders and government agencies to get the OER for the national average. However, the figures given to us was told that it is not official. So we find it quite difficult, and we also approached RSPO for some guidance and advice how to get the national OER. And only documented OER figures was on the weighbridge ticket and invoice given by the mill. So finally we decided to take these figures as an official figure because this is the only documented figures that we have gained through the assessment. Document audit and interview with the farmers. We noted that independent smallholder group need external support in preparing documents, manuals, training materials, and to fulfill the RSPO requirement. This is done prior to certificate assessment by the external organization. They have also done a lot of gap assessment, pre-assessment before we conduct the main assessment. Besides external organization, support from partnering mill was given to the group, and government agency was given to the group prior to the assessment in order to make sure they are in compliance to the RSPO requirement. During the interview with farmers, we noted that majority of the farmers are educated. However, they can only read and write in local language, and we noticed that most of the document related to RSPO is in English version. And we also noted that majority of the farmers have a traditional farming experience for more than 30 years, and slowly the second generation is taking over from their parents. And most of the time the family members help in the farming activity, as well as they always hire their close friends to work in the farm. And children most of the time have the parents to update the farm records and based on the information given from the parents. Group structure and internal control system audit was conducted. Independent smallholder structure is comprised of group management. This group management comprised of elected group members who are farmers, and then they make a structure as a chairman, vice chairman, treasurer, farm advisor, person in charge for safety and health, person in charge for environment, person in charge for social issues, and person in charge for internal audits. They are very small in size, scattered and fully managed by the farmers. Some of the plots are about half a hectare, and during the audit, we even can visit every and each farms and the boundaries. There is no group marketing during the initial audit. We noticed that they might need guidance to organize the group marketing in order to get a price negotiation power from the mill. Computerized database of all farmers is maintained through the internal control system. Tracking of land ownership, plot size, production, farm activity, internal audits, FFB sales record, planting years, and yield is monitored through the internal control system. Partnering mill give IT support as well as staff to maintain the internal control system and database. They also given an office by the partnering mill to manage their documentation and do the internal control system data maintenance and ICS documents. FFB supply chain traceability is what we see is stops at the mill. Once the farmer send the FFB to the mill or the RAM, it stops over there, and from there the mill takes up the traceability records onwards from the RAM. Challenges for the farmers, what we can see during the assessment is green palm book and claim, registration, trading and communication. Group manager need training on how green palm book and claim system will work for them, and during the audit we noticed that they are not very clear how this will work for them, and guidance for independent smallholder will be very helpful for them to understand the system. And the other issue is RSPO annual communication progress. Reporting is required in English. However, we find that will be difficult for them because they always communicate in local language. Language constraint is a main issue. Group manager, internal control system administrator use only local language. The registration process and trading will be a challenging task for them once they become fully independent, once the consultant leaves them alone. And it will be good to have training on this, especially in the reference document local language, which will be helpful for the farmer group, such as training on green palm and RSPO IT system to the group manager. So the step forward, what we see through our experience auditing these independent smallholders, there should be a pilot test audit in other countries as well, because we feel that there will be some new structures, new issues, and new experience which can be used as a guidance by the other independent smallholders. Support from external resources are crucial from what our experience in bringing independent smallholder into RSPO certification, mainly on developing records and maintaining the system. We also notice the need to make clear how the independent smallholder will be benefited through producing certified FFB, because this was frequently asked by the farmers during the audit, but we do not have any answer during that time. But now I think they already have some platform to do the trading through green palm certificate. There should be some easy guidance and green palm book and claim trading system guidance for the independent smallholder, group management or the group manager in local language, which will be easier for them to understand the process. So with that, I conclude my presentation, and through my experience, personally, I feel that independent smallholders can be audited and can be certified. Thank you very much.